This tutorial is going to look at how to create details within a drawing. So detail views are often used to enlarge a portion of a drawing, so that you can see some small details better. And it's often used when it would be unwise or wasteful to enlarge the scale of the whole drawing. Maybe there's only some one or two little small features on there, so what you do is you create a detail enlargement of that particular portion of the part. So if you want to set your working directory to drawing views detailed and load in drawing views .drw. So I've set my working directory to the correct folder already. So I'm just going to load in the detail views drawing, and here it is. It's the shaft part that we've worked on before, and it's got this section view. And what we want to do is we want to create a little enlargement of this area here to maybe show some of the finer detail of that. So detailed views are accessed through the model views area up here. You can see that detailed is there as one of the options, so I'm going to select it, and then what I have to do to define the view is two things. I have to click a center point that's going to be the focus of the view, so in this instance somewhere around this little internal corner here would be fine. So I'm just going to click there. I get this X shape just indicating where the center point of the view is, and then what I'm given is basically a freehand tool that I can click an initial point down on the drawing, and then as I click other points on from that, it's sort of a freehand Bezier curve that's trying to fit itself as best it can to the points. So I'm just going to roughly draw around the bit that I want to make an enlargement of, and then when I'm almost back to the start, don't try and join these dots up, leave a little gap like that, and then just hit the middle mouse button. And when you do that, it does the rest. It joins them up. It puts a circle there. It's just temporarily disappeared because we've still yet got to define the position of the view itself. That's what it's asking for now. Select center point for drawing view, it's saying. We've got some free space up here in the top left of this drawing, so I'm just going to click somewhere in there to place the view. You can see that it's placed the view now. It's happy to redraw that circle now. So it's labelled the detail portion of this view, this section view, with the circle, and then it's created an enlarged view up here using that spline shape that we drew to define the boundary there. So we've got the drawing view. If it's not quite in the right position and you want to drag it slightly, almost all these views that you create are dropped on the sheet in a locked position, but you can unlock them so that you can drag them around into to better fit the sheet. So if you select a view and then right click to get the menu up, you can see that the lock view movement has been activated there. So if we deactivate it, we can then drag that view around to where it best fits. Now you've got to be a little bit cautious with that, because obviously if you've created some aligned views, you've got the opportunity of trying to break the alignment to the parent there. But yeah, when you're happy with the view location, it's probably best to lock them back down again. So there's one last thing that it's worth noting here. Obviously it's given this view a scale already of 3. If we weren't happy with that, if we wanted to enlarge that scale slightly, we could click on the note that it's put here, and then that 3 is actually an editable value. So if you select that and then double click, you get this little entry box. Maybe we want to put 4 in there, and you can see that it actually has an effect. It's not just a piece of text that 4 is actually controlling the scale of the view itself. So that's quite useful to know. So that's detailed views.